2. Okay. Yay! We're back. We're back to using my cell phone. I know some of you commented that it was poor quality, but it's the only thing that's getting us connected via Facebook right now. I had my cell phone connected to my Instagram, so some of you who are on my Instagram page saw some of the behind the scenes and saw some of the mayhem that was going on with my desktop, the internet, and trying to do this on Facebook. So on looking on the Facebook post last time that we just did it a moment ago, we saw that there was a lot of important stuff that was cut off. So we're basically going to go over this really shortly, really quickly. If you have any questions after I publish this post, please feel free to contact Maritza. She's here at our Antero office. She rents out a space here in Antero. We are at West Ave, which is 2800 Kirby Drive. We're in the West Ave Shopping Center, second floor next to the Pondicherry Bakery. So if you're ever in the area, come on by. If I'm not here, you're more than welcome to speak to Maritza and ask any questions you have. She'll be connected on the post, so you'll be able to directly contact her, message her. So with that said, Happy New Year's, and we're going to go over again the 4 simple documents, 1, 2, 3, 4, very simple, that you need to get a loan. It's easier than you think, and a lot of times you don't realize it, but you end up qualifying. But you do need some important documents to get started. So, Maritza.
All right. So these are some of the first key items that are going to give me a very good indicator of where you stand and to get the process going. So that's step 1. 2 forms of ID. So your license, passport, social security card. These are legal forms of ID. Your most recent tax returns. So that could be your 2015 and your 2016 tax returns. When you file your return, you need your W-2s, so your recent W-2s that go along with each of those years. So we can still look at what you earned in the 2015 and 16 year if you have not done your most recent tax returns. So there's some options there. Those are the key things. So your W-2s with your tax returns, your 2 forms of ID, and then we also are looking for recent bank statements. So that shows us 2 recent bank statements, shows us what you do have as far as savings and your funds for your purchase.
Wonderful. So those are the 4 basic things. And then as far as your W-2s, if you need to get the transcripts, it's easier to get them stamped at a local tax office. There's several local ones here in Houston. Do not mail them out to the IRS. We call that snail mail, and it takes months sometimes to receive it back, and that will hinder your ability to move forward in putting offers for a house if we don't have all of that, or if Maritza doesn't have all that. So as far as 2017, I guess, when will you start requiring 2017? At what point this year?
Right. So we're looking for the exact, at this point, we go off of the IRS. So if you're looking at applying, we will evaluate the most recent years. If you have the recent year done, then we would take that into account. So the tax filing deadline, I don't have that date offhand. We're looking for the most 2 recent years. So obviously, if you have to do an extension, that's a different story. But right now, we're in the early phase of the year, so you may not have your most recent 2 tax returns. We'd be looking at your 15 and your 2016. That can easily get the ball rolling, and we can see where you stand.
And I'm sorry, I'm getting a call from my dad on the phone, but I think he hung up right now. So those are the 4 basic documents. Again, it's the W-2s, pay stub, your 2 forms of identification, and they can be anything.
Right.
And then your most recent bank statement.
Right.
Maritza has a lot of information at the different loan programs that is offered. So those are the 4 basic type, just to, I guess, get any program. But then there's other programs like VA loans, conventional loans. If you're a doctor, if you're a teacher, if you're, there's all sorts of kinds. So if you have any questions about anything specific that you would qualify for, first-time home buyers, down payment assistance, she's got all these different programs. Contact her. You can message her directly. You can contact me to get to her. Whatever the case may be, it's a new year. Your new goal may be to purchase a house. She also does refinancing.
Absolutely. If you need to update your home or just look at potentially tapping into the equity in your home. That's definitely a good way to keep everything aside from going out to get a personal loan. So that's definitely...
It is the 4 same documents you would need even to refinance?
Right. So it depends on your goals and what the, if this is a purchase, if this is refinance, and of course, each individual, we're talking about just employment. If you work for a company, if you're self-employed, there's different documents that you're going to need, but at minimum, this gives you a good starting point. Having your most recent tax returns or your 15 and 16 with the W-2s, the 2 forms of ID, your bank statements, pay stubs, 30 days of pay stubs. So we group together the return with the W-2, but of course your pay stubs as well.
All right. Well, with that said, thank you all for joining us. I think this was the 3rd attempt for Tuesdays with the Gail. This is a great way to start off the new year with our series. Maritza will join us again next Tuesday, and she's going to go over how to fill out an application.
Yes.
Sometimes it can look a little overwhelming and a little scary, and some of the questions that are asked may be a little confusing and you don't know quite how to answer them. So she's going to take us step by step on how to simply fill out an application. So there is no question. Yes. And filling out an application, does it cost any money?
No, it does not. So
it is free.
There's no cost to fill out an application, and checking where you stand is really the first step. So just, if home ownership is a goal of yours this year in your family, take the time at minimum, see where you stand. I'm happy to put the game plan together of how to get you to the finish line. Gail is an expert that can handle your home search. But yes, we're here to help, and reach out to us and let's take that first step.
Awesome. So join us next Tuesday. If you have any questions about the documents you need, reach out to us. If you have anyone that you know, family, friend, coworker, that is looking to buy a house or refinance, and they have questions about what documents are going to be needed, share this video with them. Give our information to them. Till then, we'll see you next Tuesday. Bye.
Bye, Facebook.